Be different, break the cycle. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Hey Cousins, hosted by Peaches from Peace, Love, and Light. Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle. If you or someone you know has talked about or contemplated suicide, please call 988 and get help today. Even if you have never practiced yoga before, you have probably heard of the word karma, but what about the word dharma? Karma is the fruits of your labor. It is the reactions of your actions. Every day you interact with yourself and others, and over time, if you do enough good, good things happen. And when you are dishonest and unethical and unjust, you experience conflict and turmoil. But what about your dharma? Yoga philosophy is about finding both internal and external balance. Dharma is the energy that influences and balances your karma. It's the universal law that determines what will and will not be. According to the philosophy of Patanjali, your dharma is your destiny. It is the blueprint of your life for every event, obstacle, and milestone that you are supposed to experience in your lifetime. You could then consider your dharma as your destiny, the path that you are supposed to walk in this lifetime to learn life lessons while you live the human experience. A disciplined yoga practice can help you work beyond the karma of your actions so that you can manifest and fulfill your dharma. If you remember, in the past few episodes, we talked about the afflictive emotions that all humans experience, such as anger, pride, jealousy, and envy, as well as the non afflictive emotions like happiness, compassion, empathy, and bliss, and how these emotions are the driving force for all of our actions and inactions. When you put all of this together, you begin to understand how the way you feel and act impacts your karma. When you think good, you feel good and do good. If your thoughts are negative, you will suffer from negative emotions and your actions will follow, even if it's a simple form of self harm and self sabotage. What if you were to remove yourself from the dance of being controlled by your emotions? Karma plays out in cycles. From the time we are born until our ultimate demise, we will experience the cycle of karma unless we do self work to learn how to break this cycle. An example that I like to use to help my students understand the cycle of karma is the chronic condition of diabetes type 2. Genetically, I am predisposed to diabetes type 2, and I was even diagnosed as pre-diabetic in my early 20s. According to the Center for Disease Control, people of color, such as African American people of Latin descent and Native Americans, have a higher risk for developing prediabetes. When prediabetes occurs and no significant lifestyle changes take place, the individual can develop diabetes type 2. So, how does a group of people inherit a predisposition to a specific illness or disease? More importantly, how do we break the cycle of generational karma and dharma? People of color have experienced historical injustices and inequities like poverty, lack of transportation, and access to adequate health care. And the combination of these disparities creates health inequities and health illiteracy. What would be the trends in health if these same populations had access to livable wages, transportation, and adequate health care? Before I started my yoga journey, I was pre-diabetic, and since making the necessary lifestyle changes, I have lowered my blood pressure and cholesterol. Despite all the odds stacked against me, it will be my own actions that ultimately determine if diabetes type 2 diagnosis is in my fate. No matter what challenges you face in life, self-love and self-care is the best way to overcome your obstacles, and with a dedicated yoga practice, you can learn how to break the cycle of negative and bad karma to manifest your true destiny and walk the path of bliss and spiritual enlightenment. Thank you for tuning into another episode of Hey Cousins, hosted by Peaches from Peace, Love, and Light. This show is sponsored by Sean Lee Jones and the Creative Healing Foundation. Make sure that you subscribe to this podcast to stay up to date with the latest and exclusive content. And if you would like to continue the conversation, leave your thoughts, questions, and concerns in the comment section.